situated here. Welcome in. I can't see anybody's comments. I'm heading over. It's been a crazy morning. This is what I get for thank you, Jake. Um, this is what I get for having last minute crazy ideas to add to my kit. So welcome in everybody. Hello. Happy 4th of July. Oh, hi, Lulu. Thanks, sweetie. I'm sorry it's late, but my mind started going in all different directions, and I'm like, I've got to get to the store for this new kit. So today we're going to do the July kit. We're going to work on this right now. Oh gosh, I don't have any needles with me. That's not going to be good. I'm going to have to go grab a needle. So we're working on this one. I still have this one available if anyone wants it too. Oh, thanks, Lulu. I only have an hour though. I might come back on later. I am on Facebook and YouTube too. So hi everybody on Facebook and YouTube, and welcome to my chaos, my crafty chaos right now. Um, and then later on today we're gonna do a paper show. But we were at the store and then I'm like, oh, we don't have the stuff to grill, so we might as well get the stuff to grill while we're here. And so it just turned into a thing. But I want to show you the new kit too. So this is what we're going to work on here in a little bit. And pardon, that's really messy. I'm like, that's a really bad mess that I have showing on here. Um, let me move everything. So let me show the new kit so we can get that going. The kit we're working on today again is the July kit. So it's all this red, white, and blue fun that we're going to do right now. Hello, welcome in. Hey, Julie, good morning. Um, and this is going to be the August kit. Let me move all my papers out. Um, oh gosh, looks like I didn't close up some glue. That's going to be fun to figure out later. Okay. Okay, that's a little better. Gigi, sit up straight. Okay. So, welcome in. Welcome in. We're going to do our this is the July kit if anyone is interested in it. It's actually sitting right there on the screen. And we're going to work on this one in a little bit. The August kit should be in the buy it now. I'm hoping it's there. Yep, there it is. Okay, and it is ocean themed. Hello, Ellie. So let me show you. I went on a whole tangent. Oh, why did that turn off? Really? Why did that shut off on me? Um, just give me the code, dude. Give me the code. Um, I Technology is a pain sometimes. Whoop, whoop. So we're gonna work on this one here in a little bit. That's the July kit. The August kit is an ocean kit. Let me show you what it is. I'm gonna have to go grab a needle. Of course, you'll get the needle, an embroidery needle with it. Um, it's gonna be the felt backing. Then I had this. It's going to be a little bit abstract because this was reminding me of the ocean, even with the scrolls on it. So I'm like, you know what? We're going to do an ocean theme. So I have that pretty fabric. Then you're going to get some of this light blue lace. So you'll be able to do this however you want. And then some of this pretty mesh too. I don't know if you can see it. It's iridescent. So those are going to be the layers of fabric next month. Then you're getting a whole skein of white. But then when I went to the store to go get seashells, I saw this neat combo. So you're going to get a yard of each of these blues too. So you're going to get, I got to put them on my nice bobbins. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You're going to get 8 different colors, 8 different blues that you're going to be able to use into your stitching too, so you can make waves, and we'll do curly cues and stuff like that. Plus you're going to get a little bit of burlap for the beach, and then you're going to get a little ocean scoop, and your ocean scoop's going to have some shells and pearls and these really pretty mix of blue beads too, so you're going to get that as well. So that is the August kit. What in the world's going on here? And I'll pin that for a second here. that's the August kit is the oceans. So thank you. So that's going to be fun. And you're going to get a like this one has, and I don't have it with me, or do I? This one had the card kit. I'm going to put in a pattern for a sand dollar too. And so we can cut the pattern, like the cherry blossom one has a pattern now. Hello. So we can put a sand dollar on there too. So you're going to get a little bit of fabric with a pattern for a sand dollar as well. So that's going to be the pattern that comes with it. Like this one has this, I guess. And then this is today's. So this is, it'll be, I apologize for the last minute. I was went to get shells and then I'm like, oh, this was cool. So we're adding this to it too. So that you're gonna get, it was just gonna be blue and cream, and then I thought, yeah, this pool. It was a pool pack. It was called. So that's gonna be on a pretty bobbin. Remember, I'm gonna put them on one of these cards. So you're gonna have all that wound up there, your burlap, your pretty little ocean scoop, and then all the pretty. This was pretty. It'll look like water reflecting on the, or shimmering, and the lace, and then this pretty little, it's not batik, but it's, I don't know, it reminded me of waves even with the scrolls in it. Looked like pool water to me. So ocean theme. And then your needle, so you'll have everything you need to make this pack. We'll do this one, we'll be back on track. Isn't it cool? I love this stuff. It's just it's a pretty little mesh, iridescent mesh. So So I thought that this will be fun to work with. We can string some beads. Um, so it'll be fun. This will be August. Thanks everybody for the purchases. Um, first first Wednesday in August. I can't believe it's already July. How is it already July? And then you'll get a needle too. I need to grab a needle now that actually maybe I can do this. I have one kind of sitting in here. I'll just use this one for today. And I don't have my glue thingy. Where's my glue thing? Oh, and I wanted to ask you guys, would you like me to drill a hole in the shell and put a jump ring in them to make them into charms? Okay, that's what I thought too, but I just didn't have time to do it because this was the morning grab. I'm like, I want shells in this. So I'll do that. I'll drill with my little, I'll have fun drilling with this thing. Use my power tool, and I'll put little jump rings in them so that way we can stitch them onto the kit. So I'll do that too. So you're gonna get that extra little service. Yeah. So you'll get that extra little service too on there as well. Um, so that's the ocean. I thought we haven't done anything like that before. I'm always like veering towards ocean, florals and stuff. So we're gonna do oceans. I really wish I had a cap for this. I need something to cover this with. I don't know what. Um, yeah, so I'll do that. That'll be fun tomorrow, and then all this stuff will go out on Monday. So I hope everyone ready for anyone doing anything. We did get our burgers. We were at the store. I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna go grab the burgers now. We're gonna go watch Toy Story in about an hour. So we've got an hour together, about 55 minutes now, and then I'll leave that there so you can see the August kit. We're gonna work on this one. This is still available too. I still have 10 of these if anyone's interested in that. Um, and hello, YouTube and Facebook. We're live on YouTube and Facebook, so you will have the recording of this. We always try to record the demos. Um, actually, I that's gonna be September, Lulu. Um, so you already you guessed the kit for next month. Um, so yes, we're going to do. Um, and Lulu, I do have a sunflower paper kit, but there will be a sunflower slow stitch. Oh, okay. Oh, are they not in there? Oh, is that what you're asking for? Is these to be added, Lulu? Oh, shoot. Okay, let's do that now. No. Oh my gosh, Debbie. Oh, you're welcome, DVS. Thank you so much. And do I have new thanks? Hey Molly, I see Molly's in here. I've got some new ones. So thank you to all my new first purchasers. So Gigi's gonna do a shout out to all of you. Thank you so much for your first purchase and welcome to the Gather Crafter Crafty Crew. Whee! Thank you so much for the first purchases, everybody. Um, I'm seeing Ferndas, I believe, might be Nanny B. Well, thank you both, everybody and everyone. Thank you. That's a shout out to everybody. Gigi will do. It, Gigi's gonna is saying hello to everybody and thank you for your slow kit purchases. Whee! An extra wee for everybody. Okay, sunflower kit. Let me go ahead and add that in. Thank you so much, everybody. Um, yes, Gigi's my little squirrel. I'm a squirrel. I'm sorry for the clutter here. Um, Still have not had a chance to organize, and I'm down to the day before I go back to work. So that's gonna be fun. Um, I really do need to clean stuff up. Okay, we're good on the slow stitch kits. Again, this one is available as well. Just look up, just Joe search for July, you'll find it. Um, the paper kits. Um, Gosh, is it paper? What is it? I call it journaling. Is it the mini bag or the Lulu? Which one were you looking at? The I don't know which one. The paper bag kits. Okay, thank you. Yep, and a little big paper bag. Oh, come on. I guess I should do search more than paper because mini paper bag sunflower mini. Where is it? Oh, what do I call it? Oh, this will be. There it is. Mini paper bag journal. Let's add some more sunflowers. Oh my goodness. We'll go ahead and add. Oh, strawberries out too. Okay, I'll add. Um, I'll add more for each. Okay. Okay, it should be updated now. You should see enough. There should be some for everybody. Yes, happy 4th of July, everybody. And thank you so much. I'll be back again after the movie and we'll do paper claims and we can do some more of this stuff too. I know it's going to be advertised as you're welcome, Lulu. Thank you, Suni, so much. Um, let's get started here. So this one comes with some fun ribbons and a whole ton of this. I have so much of this, so you guys get a lot of that. You may have enough to even use on this kit if you get that kit. So we're going to start with the white. You should have a full, you'll have, your kits do when you get this one, it actually has a full skein like this. I'm just using what I have on hand. This is the August kit. This is the July kit. You look up August and July in the buy it now, and you'll see both of those. But we're going to go ahead and get started. You also get a needle with your kits, the backing. I don't know what I want to do. I think maybe I want to put the fireworks down as my base now and then make little patches out of that. Um, so I want to put this down and I think I'm going to pink my, use my pinking shears on the edges. Yay, Ellie's off. Are you gonna go do 4th of July stuff? They have things, but it's kind of a cloudy day. It's not too hot yet. So I'm kind of happy about that. Yes, it is. Yes, it's Louie. He's been a little naughty today. He ate a shoe, but she's actually getting ready to go to the movie. So my guess is he's in the crate and he's not thrilled. Although he's been, I'm gonna pink mine. This is gonna be a little different. Um, but don't worry um if you don't have pinking shears, that's okay. I'm gonna do a little different on the edges. I'm gonna actually do the seed stitch on here. But if you don't have pinking shears and you do a running stitch or a seed stitch, I'll show you the difference between the two. And it frays, it will look really cute. It would look super cute. You'll get a shabby chic look to it. Um, so I'm not doing a very good job evening my edges out. I'll tell you that right now. I just wanted to do something different. So I'm gonna have this is my base. Um, oh no. Yeah, you can get them. Um, you can get them. I can't think what I'm trying to say. Sharpened. And I think I'm going to. And I'm totally eyeballing this. I'm okay with it being a little not even. Of course, if you're going to use this and if you're connecting them to things, which I think is so cool that some of you are making things out of each um, kit, you're putting them all together. I'm just going to make some little patches for myself. And we'll do the blanket stitch on the patches. I'm going to do the blanket stitch on the patches this time. Um, so, oh, yeah, sometimes you can find, as I'm cleaning, I know I have an extra pair somewhere. I can post them when I do. I don't have them. I don't know where they are right now. So I think I'm going to do something like that. I'll probably do something. Shoot, I could even use this stuff as like a little something if I wanted to. Let's see. Cut these longer ones in half. If you hear, oh, he calmed down. Oh, he finally took a nap because Gabby's not even in the room. Yes. Um, I was thinking of embroidering on them. So we can try, that's going to take a little bit less. We can do, oh, yeah, I can do that too. Let's do this. I'm going to cut one out. Let's do that first because I know um, I was going to use them. It's called a template because I was at first going to use them. Um, my first intent was to use it as a pattern, and then I decided to put it on cardstock so you could actually show these or sew these. You don't have to use them on your slow stitch kit, but you could sew them and make something cute for a journal. So, and all I'm going to do is a seed stitch on these. So that's we can show that right now. Um, hey, Bobby. Oh, that's cool. You have your grandma's shoes. Um, oh, that's a good thing. All Things Resale has them too. Yeah, I don't know where mine. I know I have extra ones, but I don't know where they are at the moment. So, um, that was the whole point of trying to. So take some of the thread. These are my paper scissors. They're not going to work very well on there. And I left my fabric scissors over by the kit. So this is the, did you see the ocean kit, Katie? So I'm going to only take like 2 strands for the tag. And we'll do the seed stitch on that. And then if you like sewing or paper crafts, come join me Monday morning um, for the mushies are trending. Because I have some new things coming up there too. Oh no. In all the chaos, I lost my needle. Let's see. Oh, I have it pinned. I was smart and pinned it to my fabric. Okay. I mean, you could eventually add this to it too if you wanted to. How did I do my thread? I've got too much going on here. Okay, so I'm only using 2 strands of thread from the floss for the tag. Mhm. Um, grab one of my low. I've got a cherry. There should be a cherry blossom kit. You just need fabric. It's kind of embroidery. Well, it is embroidery. You're using embroidery stitches, but we just do some basic ones because it's kind of a self care type of project too. So it's doodling with thread and collaging with fabric is what I like to say. So I do. If you want to give it a try, oh, you didn't see it, Katie? I'll show you in a minute. Um, I have a bunch of live stream videos on how to do the different stitches. This one will also be on there too. But you just kind of learn I teach the blanket stitch, the seed stitch, and the running stitch. And once those are kind of muscle memory, you kind of just doodle and do however you want to decorate it. I like to make curly cues sometimes, and you just kind of, you can make them into, gosh, where's my, here's last month's that I didn't finish. But you'll see how we did the blanket stitch along the side. I did a seed stitch here, did a running stitch here to add the patch. So you can add different textures depending on the length of your lines and things. Um, Kind of like you do with a marker or pencil. So, but the point is you get those 3 basic stitches down, and it kind of becomes muscle memory for you, and you just kind of get lost. Especially if you have anxiety and you have your mind's racing, it kind of gives you something to focus on and kind of relax and slow down. So that's kind of what the purpose of slow stitch is. So, um, like I said, I do have a cherry blossom kit that should be in there. That's a little bit lower cost. It's just a couple of skeins of thread, a needle, um, a pattern for a cherry blossom, and then the fabric. There's cherry blossom fabric and the felt backing, and you can kind of do that one. So do I, Pat Goo. So a lot of people, I find it very relaxing. Um, I'm gonna actually make a knot on this because we don't have anything to tie into on the paper because I'm going to do the paper. So you can, what I do, my hands are too dry. I just kind of wrap it around my finger and roll it and then pull. And that makes your knot. So that's something different that I'm doing just because it's paper. We don't have a place to really sew into it. And on this, I'm going to start from the middle of wherever, or if you're using the firework, and you're just kind of stitching through it. I'm a little off there. But this is um, a seed stitch. And I really wish I had started there. But your needle is sharp enough to just go through it. And you're going to kind of Oops, I'm not doing a good job of getting through this. I'm just kind of poking through one end of the stitch and then back down in. And that really is what a seed stitch is. It's just going up and down in the fabric. But people will take these, they're portable because you have everything in the pack. There we go. So I was just going to do every other one, red and blue. I I don't know how thick. I don't know if the silver. We're gonna play with the silver too to see. If the silver works, I might go red, blue, silver through this and just stitch. So once you have it in, actually this one might be a good one for a back stitch. Let me teach you the back stitch. So once you have your stitch, you come up and down for one stitch. Then you're gonna skip like a stitch length and then pop your needle through. Can you see that? I hope you guys can see that. So there's a gap, and then you go back into the hole from the last stitch, and that's a back stitch. It kind of gives the same look, but with the paper, I think it's going to be a little easier. And then see how I can pop it up with a skipped, like it almost looks like a skip stitch, and then you pop it right back in to the previous hole. And I'm gonna skip. I'm You could poke through from the front too. You could let's see, let's try it this way now. You could This might actually be easier. Do some dots, like maybe an eighth of an inch away from each other. And that way you already have your dots established. So I had thought about doing that too. Um, oh, nice. Nice. Lulu, that's really cool. So, and that's what I'm going to say. A lot of people will take them to, because I mean, let's face it, doctors at the offices sometimes are anxiety inducing. And you could take this with you and kind of focus on something else to pass the time away. Okay, so you're going to start again. This is the back stitch I'm showing you. So I actually did like poking the holes through first. So if you want to do something like I do with my foam, I don't even know. Get a piece of foam, or like when we do holes through um, for a signature in a journal, put it on something that you can poke through and poke your dots. And then once you have your little holes established, then you can kind of stitch through it. And I would recommend a back stitch on these. So you're going to start in that first one at the base and then go through. And then you're going to come up the next hole. And if you have to look on the back, do it, because my eyes are just not. So we're coming up the next hole. So this is a back stitch. This isn't one of the ones I usually teach. And then you go back into that last stitch. And that's going to give you a nice line, and it's going to give you a little bit more control over these little dots. Nice. Nice, Lulu. So that's what we're doing with these. So these could end up being, you could put another paper back on it and you can use it for a journal, or you can stick it on your slow stitch if you want. So that is a back stitch. So you're getting a bonus stitch today. And see how nice that came out? Way better than me trying to do the seed stitch there. And that line came out pretty good. But that way you get a nice defined line. So I'm going to go into the next one. Oops, that was the same one. Next one's right there. And back. And I think I actually want one more because there's some more dots there. So I want to puncture my hole and go through the back. And there we go. There's one. See how nice that came out? That curve came out much better there. Oh, you're welcome, Lulu. I'm glad you enjoyed it. So you have that, and you have your stars, and you have a heart. So you can just clip these out, sew around. We'll do some more sewing right now on this one. So that was a back stitch. I would recommend back stitch on all of this one actually. Um, I don't have. I'm going to be bad here, and I'm going to puncture through my table because I'm not sure where my foam is. So what I'm doing is I'm just going about a stitch length and puncturing holes along that line wherever you think is best. However long you want your stitch, really. That's up to you. So I decided to add 4 holes. One at the, did I do one at the base? I don't think I did. Oh, I did. Okay. So one at the base. Then I did like 3 more on the little seam. So I'm going to go through and you can see them in the back there. Thank you, Pat Koo. And so we're going through. I apologize if I don't catch. I think my mods are in here. If I don't catch something, let me know. So I'm starting at the base of my firework. And I'm going to find that next hole. Did I make one there? It's so tiny though. That's because I didn't. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to go through that next stitch. So this first one, you're just making the stitch when you start the back stitch. It's just your first stitch. Now you're going to go into that next hole. Oh, my contacts. So see how it looks like I'm skipping a stitch, but I'm not really. This is because of my contacts. There goes the needle through the next hole. And then we're going to go back into that last stitch, back stitch. That makes that line. Then we go to the next dot, your next hole, and then back in. And then that last one. Yeah, these ones will work up nice and fast. Oh, my contacts. If I didn't have my contacts in, my near sight is pretty good without anything in my eyes. Then I can't see far away. Well, there you go. That one I probably could have made that stitch a little bit smaller. That was a little big. But there we go. That's the firework. Um, I want to do this with a black and white photo and embellish and attach 2 slots. That would be so cool. Sharon, when you do that, send it. You know, it would be pretty too. And those of you that, if you crochet, what would be cool to do around a photo is to do the punctures around it and stitch like a blanket stitch and then crochet lace around it. That would be pretty around a black and white photo too. This is embroidery thread, so it's the little amount that the bobbin that came with the kit, and I pulled 2 strands. So this is using 2 strands of thread from the embroidery floss. So I still have my other 4 here that I get to use. So it makes the thread go even long, stretch out even more. So we'll go ahead and do this one more time before I switch. I'm going to switch to blue so we can see what that looks like. So where is my foam? You're welcome. Oh, here, this will work. You can use a little empty box too, just from my paper clips instead of puncturing my table. So I'm going to go in actually this one. And it makes it a little harder to puncture though, but it gives me somewhere to. So I'm just puncturing little stitches along the firework stream. So did I add one here? I did. This one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can see them right there. Some little holes right there. And I'm going to go through that very first one in the center. Oops, that was another. Here it is. I went through the same stitch. There we go. And now I'm going to make my stitch in the next hole. The paper piercing is kind of fun too. It's fun to punch it on paper. And then you go into the next hole, bring your thread up, and then go back into that previous stitch. And there's your back stitch. This is a good outlining stitch for embroidery too. You can outline a lot of your embroidery with a back stitch, and it just defines it a little bit more. One more. If your eyes are better than mine, you won't have to keep flipping it. This is totally my contacts. Oh, thanks, Pat Koo, for coming in. All right. Yeah, and if you have any questions, let me know. Always feel free to message me, and I'm happy to help. Yeah, it's embroidery floss. I think I answered. Um, so it's embroidery floss. You're using 2 strands of your embroidery floss from the kit. I pulled out 2 strands. So there we go. And then just to show you the ocean kit that's coming out, the August kit, it's pinned below. This is what's in the August kit. Let me show you all the pieces. So you're getting, we'll rebuild it here. So you got your back felt. Always have a felt back on it. And you're getting this blue. It looks like waves to me, even though it has like the filigree. It looks like waves to me. That's what inspired this whole kit, is this piece of fabric right here. So it looks like waves. Then you're getting this pretty blue, light blue lace. And then this is my favorite part, is this shimmery mesh. So those are the fabrics that are coming with it this time. Of course, you'll get your needle as well. And get some burlap to represent sand. Your skein, your main skein is white. And then this was a last minute ad. That's why it looks all crazy. It's 7 different colors of blue. There was a blue kit when I went to go get the shells. And so you're getting a yard of each of all these different blues that you can add as accents to it. I can't wait to make waves. I think I'm gonna make waves with this. And so this will be wrapped up on one of these pretty little cards. Um, and then you're getting an ocean scoop. So you're gonna get some shells. And I am gonna drill a hole and put jump hoops on yours. So these will have little jump rings that you can just sew to your piece. And then there's beads and pearls mixed in there. That kind of look like sea glass, remind me of ocean. Making waves, yes. So that is the August kit, and we'll do this the first Wednesday of next month. So that's it. Okay, now back to our fireworks. So we're gonna do one more back stitch. Let's see how we're doing on time. I want to be able to show you more. Actually, we'll come back to this because I don't want to run out of time. I want to show you the other stitches too. So this is a back stitch. Again, you're gonna get this on video. We're gonna do. Let's see. It was actually kind of what I was thinking of doing. I'll pull my ribbons out. As I was thinking of adding like a blue. Am I on? No, I'm not. Blue. Move it box. I was gonna have this stuff go around the edges. So I guess I really didn't need, or I could put it in the back too. Yeah, I'll do that. I've done that before. I have that. And then some red. And then the rickrack on the 2 edges. I think that I was thinking of doing something like that around the edge, and then this would be the other edge. That's why you got double of that one. So that was my initial thought process, and I think I can still do that. Let's see. I'll make it, trim it a little bit better after we're done. This time I'm going to get. I'm going to use white because I kind of want it to show. We'll see what that looks like. Um, and I think I am going to go down to 2 strands on this too. Usually, sometimes I'll use the whole thing. Like if I'm doing a blanket stitch, I'll use the full amount of floss because I really want that definition on the edges. But now that it's just going to be attaching the lace to it, this one's a little bit more advanced than we usually do. Because we're doing a little extra stuff here. So this is how I separated it. So this is exactly what I did with the red for the, oh my gosh, where did the tag go? How did I lose it that fast? Um, this is what I did for the red in the tag. Where did it go? I know, I feel like I'm doing a fast job of slow stitching today. um, Here's the one I did last. When I did this, this was last year's 4th of July one, and I did the same little stitching around the edge with the gingham, and we had popsicles last year. Um, so I just pull it apart, and there's usually about 6 strands of embroidery floss, and I'm just taking 2, and I'm just pulling it apart. Sometimes it gets a little wonky here, so you have to have something anchor that middle one. I'm using my elbow so it doesn't turn into a knot. And there, now I've got this ready to go for the next piece. I'm going to use this here. My little tag just disappeared. Oh, there it is. It's on the floor. And that's what I did I used 2 strands for this. So welcome in to slow stitching. Everyone's having happy 4th of July. Hope you're getting to relax or have some fun today. Time. Okay, so here I'm going to make a little tacking knot. Instead of making a knot in the thread, this is a lot easier. You just grab some of the felt, make a stitch, go back into that same stitch, make a loop, and then take your needle through the loop. And now it's nice and tacked down. I I'm gonna put it on top. I'm gonna put it on top because see these natural gaps in the crochet. I'm gonna stitch through there to tack it down. Um, I think Debbie. I think with the patches that I made, I think I'm gonna make it like a focal piece here once it's done. So you're slow stitching and binding right now. Nice. So I've got this in. Thanks. I'm going to go ahead and line this up with the edge. I'm going to let the frilly part hang off, and I'm going to, so I really didn't need to do, because I'm hiding it, I didn't need to pink the edges. So if you don't have pinking shears, you can do it this way and you don't have to worry. You could do it in the back too, like that, with the pinking, but I kind of want to I want to see, I'm going to just do a seed stitch and tack it down in each gap. So let's pull this up. This first one is not really going to be in there, but so this is what I'm going to use, a seed stitch to tack the lace down. So all it is an up and down, kind of like a sewing machine stitch, just by hand. So this one you go up and down, then you're going to come back up. See how I'm coming through each gap, little arch. Come back up. This stitch can be used for decorating. You can turn them depending on the size of the length or the length of your stitch. It could be like tall blades of grass. It could be I think on this old one I made I was trying to make fireworks with it, little teeny fireworks with it. So you don't have to use it as a straight stitch, but it does look like a straight stitch. Um, this is kind of just a basic stitch, and I'm going to use it to tack down our lace. And that's just up and down motion. So that's the seed stitch. Almost it's the same motion as a back stitch. The only difference is that you're skipping you're making a gap and then coming back, going backward to stitch. That's what we did with that. So that's the difference between the two. Otherwise, they're pretty much the same motion. You're going through all the fabric, all the paper, coming up, and then going back down in another space to make that stitch. Let's see, you can make it long. That I did not make long intentionally. I wanted it shorter, but that's okay. So this will add another little element to it. You could also just do it from the back. A running stitch actually might not be bad in this area. So that's a seed stitch. Now, if I was going to do a running stitch, which I could do because I've got little set areas here, and it'll make it a lot faster. This one, if you sew, it's like a basting stitch. So I'm going to come up, and this time the needle's going to stay on top of the fabric. You could go through just one layer of fabric. I'm going to go through all my layers, and I'm going to weave. It's a weaving motion, um, pretty much up and down. So I'm going in and out of each little arch, and that's going to make a little bit faster project here. So see how I'm weaving in and out. I hope where you can see I'm just weaving in and out of each little piece as much as I want to have on my needle at once, and then running that thread all the way through, and there it's already tacked down. So it gives you, this one gives you a stitch that has gaps between it. So see how this is the running stitch, so you have gaps in between. The seed stitch is going to be a continuous line. It's not going to give you the bigger gaps. And then a back stitch is going to give you no line, no little gap at all. You won't have a gap at all with a back stitch because you're working in the previous stitch. So that's 3 stitches. This went a lot faster with a running stitch, so I'm going to use a running stitch again to get to the end of this one. Again, just weaving in and out. It could be just a top layer stitch, or you can go through all the fabric like I did. It's kind of like a basting stitch, just shorter. So there's that. And I'm going to tack this down here. And now we're going to work on the blanket stitch. That's probably the trickiest stitch. And all I'm doing is making a little stitch in the back, a loop, and knotting it a couple times just so that it doesn't unravel. There we go. Just any embroidery stitch. If you got any embroidery needle, sorry, Jilly. If you got a kit, your kit will come with a needle. If you didn't get a kit, just use an embroidery needle. I use one um, with a big eye because my vintage eyes, as I call it, can't see that well through the little one. But just any embroidery, look for embroidery needles, and that's what you'll use. Cool. Yes, and you'll have one in your kit, so you'll start off with one, so you'll have something to look at. And thank you, Jilly, for getting a kit. So I'm gonna want to have them overlap, but I'm going to. Do I want a thicker? We're gonna stay with 2 strands of thread and see how it looks. Uh oh. Jakey, can you unlock the door, please? Since you locked it. Or Jakey's not back here. Um, I'm going to stitch or tack it down again in a new spot. You could keep going, but then you'll have like zigzags of lines everywhere. So I'm just going to tack that down. And now I'm going to try to grab a corner of my patch. Um, no, I don't have a finished of August or not. You could do whatever you want, Regina. You could make it a cover of a journal. I've made journal covers for them. Some people put them on canvases and hang them. Some people use them as patches for pockets or like on denim. Some people are collecting them and then putting them together to make a tote bag. You could make them quilting blocks. You can do whatever you want with them. I'm a junk journaler, so I tend to use them. I make journal covers with them. You could make a whole stitch book with these too. You can add like a little muslin back on the back of it and then do something different. So really it's up to you. It's more of a like a mindful activity where you're slowing down and kind of it's almost like a meditative exercise, really. That's the purpose of slow stitching and they're little portable projects. So you can do whatever you want with them. Um, that is totally up to you. So now we're going to do a blanket stitch. Again, I tacked it in the back. I found the corner of my patch that I'm going to applique with. You can also do this stitch on the sides of your work too, like I've done on this one where I have it along the side. In fact, the blanket stitch, that's what it's called. You can do these on the edge of like fleece blankets and have two layers of fleece and then stitch that along to have a border on it. So what we're going to do, we're not going to start at the corner. We're going to start a little ways in and we're going to do a straight across here. And I'm going to go down. This is a little different than when it's on the edge. I'm going to go down and I'm going to try to come back right up in where the stitch came up in the first spot as close as I can. And that's going to make a loop. And then I want my needle to go through that loop, kind of like the tacking stitch that we did in the background. So that's there. So that's our first stitch. Now we're going to move over about, I've got these nice little spacings with my pinking peaks. So I'm just going to move over to the next one and move my stitch down. And then about 1/8 of an inch up and make that loop again. Oops, I made that loop too fast. That's okay. You can pull, you just have to get your needle through that loop. So I could pull that loop again. You're going to pull your needle through the loop and it's going to make a little right angle for you there. Yeah, I'm not liking the two strands here. I think I want it more defined. That's too thin. So what I'm going to do, I wanted to see what it looked like. I'm going to use, I'm going to get some more embroidery floss and I'm going to use all 6 strands. This is a little too thin for this part. I want it more defined. But you can leave it that way. It's up to you. It's not showing enough. Oh, nice, Regina. Yeah, this is just little projects like some people like Lulu just said she took it to the doctor's office while she was waiting. She had to wait like an hour, so it gave her something to do. Also, if you have anxiety in the doctor's office, it helps with that. It could help you with that because you're focusing on something and not having your mind race. Um, Practice like if you have to wait for someone for at a practice or something like that. Um, be good to do. I need to just stick one in my bag all the time so that I have it. Like if I wasn't doing shows, I would. I have taken one like when the boys are doing their card tournaments and stuff, but then we end up going live thrifting. But if I didn't go live thrifting, I'd be doing my stitching. I'm just trying to thread my needle. So I went and added I'm doing all 6 strands, and you'll see the difference. It's just it's too thin to me. Like you can't really see it, and I want it more defined. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna go over these stitches again. I'm not gonna pull them out. Happy 4th, Brainy. Yeah, we got about um, 15 more minutes. So and this is the July kit. So I still have some of these available, or I think there's some still available. There were before we started the show. If you want the red, white, and blue kit, this one comes with the 3 fabrics. It comes with the tag, the 3 tags to stitch, like we're doing here. We did a back stitch on that. You have the video on YouTube, and also, yay! I'm glad this one's going to be fun. I can't wait to do this one too. It came out way better than I thought it was going to come out. It needed the shells, and I'm going to turn these into like beatable things. Um, So you get the felt, you get your needle, you get a full skein of white in this one, you get the ribbons and the silver, and then the accent embroidery pieces too. So this is the whole July kit. And the August kit's got you get a lot of thread. I can't wait to make waves with this. So you're gonna get 7 different colors, a yard each of the blues. You're gonna get a full skein of white as your main, and then felt, and then these are the fabrics you're getting, the lace and that shimmer, and then the burlap to represent sand, and then we've got our little ocean scoop with beads and pearls and shells. And I am going to drill holes in the shells and put jump rings for you, so they'll be easier to sew. Okay, let's do the back stitch here. So again, I've got it tacked at the bottom. I'm just starting in the corner. Oh cool, there's still 8 available. Great. And you'll have this video on YouTube, Facebook, and then if you purchase today, you'll also have the whatnot video for 60 days. So I'm making like a stitch. I started it inside my patch, and then right at the edge of my patch, I'm stitching. Wait a minute. Did I do that right? No, I did not do that right. I did not do that right. Let me do this again. Sorry. That's if it was on the edge. When it's not on the edge, you don't do that. The needle has to go in differently when it's not on the edge. Um, I will show you how to do it on the edge too, though, because and that's what we usually do. There's a ton of videos showing me of the slow stitch kits where we have the edging. Are the boys ready? Oh, there's a little potato. I don't know. Do we dare? I don't know if we dare show. I don't know if I dare show Louie right now. He's already grown in a week. So we have. You want me to? Yes. So much. I know so much to do in so little time. He might get squirmy butt on me, but we'll see. Let's see. Let me. You guys get to see Louie for a second. Ah. So here's our little Louie. Oops. Here's our little Louie. That was a fast shot of Louie. Sorry for that. He's coming and saying hello. Uh oh. What did I do here? Oh, are you guys there? Okay. Are we back? Okay. It was Louie. I'll have to show him. I'll have to have him come hang out with me sometime. But he's been doing good. He knows how to sit now. He's starting to shake. When you ask him to do a handshake, he likes to do handshakes. And they're getting along. They can drink out of the same bowl together. Luna is learning how to be the alpha dog. And they actually slept next to each other the other day. And they like to watch Bluey. They're having fun watching Bluey. Okay, so here's the back stitch. Thanks. He's a cutie. He's a cuddler too. Oh no, not spit. No, they're not spitting. There's they will sleep next to each other now without they'll tolerate it, or she will tolerate him, I guess is more of it. Okay, so we started with a knot here. I've got it right in the corner. Ignore I started with a thinner thread and I didn't like it, so I actually went to a full strand of embroidery floss. And I brought it up just in the corner, that middle. If you've done these with me, you know how I do the corners. So it's like right diagonal to that first corner. And you're going to put your needle in, kind of like we do the running stitch, and you're just kind of weave it in and up. So you're going to weave it, you're going to put it down right on the edge of your fabric that you're appliquing, and then bring it back up into that the stitch where the stitch started. And you're going to make a loop. And if it gets caught, that's okay. Just pull it up. And then you're going to bring your needle through that loop. And that's going to be our first sign of the stitch there. See how I like that? That's more defined. Now I'm going to come over maybe about 1/4 of an inch. And I'm going to go down the edge of the fabric and then come back up in line with the bottom of that other stitch. I usually do 1/4 inch, 1/4 inch. And then we're going to have a loop again. Oh, and then bring the needle through the loop. And there it is, squared off. That looks better. Okay. Then we're going to just do it again. You guys ready? Yep. And you're going to go in. Okay, the edge, just the edge of your fabric. Up again. When you get faster, sometimes you can do the loop at the same time. I'm not. Sometimes I'm there, sometimes I'm not. Like, see, right now I just did it. I put it through the loop and I think it should pull. No, I didn't. Wait, yes, I did. Sometimes you can do it all one. I don't teach it that way because sometimes it's confusing. So you pull it in, weave it back up, get your loop, and pull it through. So it should look like little beginnings of squares. It's all squared off. And then you just keep doing that. So I really didn't need to pink any of this today. If I had used a straight stitch, it would have looked cute, but I'm just doing my thing. And it's hiding all the pinking anyway. So if you hold your stitch down from the last spot and you weave and just pull, you're already going through the loop, so to speak. I'm getting tangled around the tripod. This is really hard to do around the tripod. And see, it's already part of the loop, so that actually might be easier too. Either way, whichever is easier for you. So you're going to put it on the edge of your fabric, weave it back up. If you're holding this stitch, then you just need to pull through, and you've got your squared off edge. Or you can do it this way where it's up, your tail is up, and then weave it. And once you get that loop, you just pull through the loop. Oops, I got a little bit of a knot. Sometimes I like to put more thread than I should, and then I end up knotting things. Come on. There we go. There we go. keeps getting caught on the tripod. You won't have a tripod to have to deal with. But there you go. See, I like the way that looks better. So, hey Paula, welcome in. Welcome in, Lisa, Mena, Barely Hale. I will. I've heard really good things about it. So I can let you know when we get back. Where is everybody? Where's Jake?
No, he was taking a shower earlier.
Oh, I gotta let him know. He's got 5 minutes. Hey, Cats Vintage, how are you? Okay, I wanted to get to this corner so you could have this. And we could work on this again later too today. So I'm at the corner now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my stitch where it kind of can get a left, a center, and a right stitch from it. So I'm going to put it in and weave it back up into that kind of where I can kind of radiate different stitches from it. Yay! I know we're gonna have to go in a little bit here though, but oh, my darn tripod. Okay, so there's that first stitch. So we got the left side. Now we're gonna go to the corner, and we're going to make this stitch on the corner. We're turning our fabric pretty much. So now it's gonna go down right at that corner, and I'm gonna come back up in this stitch. Or as close to it as possible. As close as my eyes will let me do it. And then once you have your loop, you're going to pull it. You pull your needle through your loop and then line that string as you pull it right with the corner. And then you'll have that diagonal in the corner. Then you're going to turn your fabric. And right on the edge of your applique, this is for an applique, right back into that stitch or close to it. Again, this is the July stitch, the July kit. The August kit is posted at the bottom. It's this ocean one. And then through, once you get your string through the loop, now you're going to make it line up with the right side. And there you have a finished corner. Oh, there's your finished corner. And then you keep going on along the other edge. So down and up, weave it through. If you have your stitch, if you're tacking your stitch down with your thumb, you don't have to pull through the loop. You've already essentially pulled through the loop. See? Can you see it? But if you have it up, you will have to pull the loop. I hope that's not confusing. Thank you. So now, see, I've got my last stitch up, so I have to remember to pull my needle through the loop. If you have your stitch down and you're tacking it down with your thumb, you just go to the edge of your fabric, weave up, and you've essentially already pulled through your loop. Oops, I just pulled my thread off my needle. Let's see, it's already there. So that is the blanket stitch. Oh, I just tossed my needle. That's a blanket stitch. Again, then we did a seed stitch and a running stitch. So seed stitch again is up and down, just up and down, right next to each other. You end up with a little bit of a gap in between with a seed stitch. You can use this in a line of stitches. So you can use it in lines of. I wish I had another example. Here I did a blanket stitch on this one too. You can do a line of stitches, or you can turn this into like different lengths and turn like blades of grass. This is also the seed stitch. I made little fireworks on this one. Oops, I keep going over to the camera too long. So you can use it that way too. So this one is your like design. I'll make curly cues with this one too. You can do the little curly cues with a back stitch too. And then on our tag, we're also sewing on paper this time, or cardstock. This was the back stitch that we did so that it's a continuous line. See, there's no gaps in this one. So when you don't want any gaps, you want a full outline. Thanks, Patty. You're going to want to use a back stitch. If you don't mind gaps or you want to draw a little bit more, use the seed stitch. And then if you just want long running lines or you're tacking things down like I did here with the lace, you can use the running stitch, and that's just above the fabric, weaving it in and out. Yeah, we're making, they're slow stitch kits. So they're little small projects, embroidery projects that you can use as patches, like in a quilt, or you can make a bag, like a fabric to make a tote bag. You can hang them up as wall hangings and frame them. You can, some people glue them on canvases and then hang them, or you can use them as junk journals. We're junk journalers too. So you can use them in a junk journaling cover or as a pocket in a book, or you can make a soft cover journal with them. So whatever you want to do, but they're just kind of little mindful and self-help, self-care kind of little activities. They're portable. My kits, you get everything in it. So you even get the needle. You get all the fabrics and the trims with it. Like this one. This one has this is new too. We even did some paper piercing, and we're doing some stitching on cardstock as well. But this one right here is the July kit we've been working on. You get the backing, the fabrics, the threads, some different trims come with it too. I'm using some of the trims in here, and the needle. And then we do once every. Usually, we're getting trying to get back on track. The first Wednesday of the month is usually when we do these stitches. Um, Yes, I can show the August kit. So this is the August kit. So that's what we worked on right now. This is the August kit. So, this was a last minute ad. Otherwise, it's going to end up on one of these cards. It'll be packaged a lot prettier. But you're going to get seven different colors of blue, a yard of each of these as your accent. So we can draw and paint basically with the thread. Your main scheme to do a lot of the stitching around the edges and stuff will be white. You'll get your felt backing in white. This is the main fabric. And you're gonna get this lace, and you're also gonna get this iridescent shimmer on it too. You can't see it. Almost, it's gonna make it look like the water shimmering. And then you're gonna get a little piece of burlap to look like the beach. You're gonna get another pattern like this, but it's gonna be a sand dollar. And I didn't get a chance to print it out, but it'll be on cardstock, and we can. I'm trying to decide whether I want it to be a pattern and we put a sand dollar on top, or we stitch it and then put it on there. And then you're gonna get your little beach pack, and it's gonna have some pearls, and the shells. I'm actually gonna drill holes in the shells and put a jump ring on it. And then you're gonna get all these different little a little varied mix of blue beads as well that we'll be working with. So this is the August kit. Yes, I know. The kids are looking at me. We got to head over to Toy Story. So, hey, Michelle, how are you? Thank you. So that's going to be the August kit. That's it below. There's still 9 left if anyone wants this kit. I will be on again later. We're going to head over to the movies. I'm glad you're doing well. Happy 4th of July. Um, oh, fun. Yes, we're gonna go. We've got our tickets. We're ready to go. Um, and we've been on for like an hour and 15. Got on a little bit longer than I thought I was going to be able to. Happy 4th. Thank you so much. I'll be on later doing a paper show. And we probably will do a little bit more stitching today too. So definitely check out my next show today. Thanks for thanks for hanging out with me right now. And thank you all for getting the kits. I'm excited to get these out to you. These will go out Monday. That's the next mailing day. I think it's scheduled for like 2 or 3 Pacific time. If we get back earlier, depending on what we're doing, I might come a little earlier because I know we're going to start hitting barbecuing and firework time. If you guys don't do that, then it'll probably say we. Yes, I will. I'll let you know how. I hear it's good, so we'll see. But yeah, it's already marked on there. And I'm going to thank you so much, Teresa. Thanks for coming to hang out with me. If you have any questions on any of the stitches, please don't hesitate to ask. Send me a message. Let me know. And we will, this is what we've done so far. We'll keep working on it. Ooh, this might be even cute, like a little pocket. Ooh, maybe I'll do that since I have it pinked. Maybe I'll just go up to here and then make it a pocket for something. Sorry. See, I squirrel. So this is the July kit. This is the August kit. They're in my bin this show and next show. Thank you so much, everybody. I appreciate you all. We're going to go ahead and find someone to raid. And let's see. Oh, wow. I've never seen this view. It's like a full chat. And the kids are like, come on, mom. But we already have our tickets. I'm not worried. We have our seats. We have our popcorn. We just have to pick it up. We just have to get there. Yvonne S. Peterson is on with crafts. She's the only one I know that's on right now. Emily's on with scrapbook and journaling too. She usually does stamps and things like that. Anyone have a preference? Or do you want me to find somebody in fabric? What would you? There's lots of beads on right now. Thanks, Lulu. Yvonne. Yep, Yvonne's awesome. I do love Yvonne. Let's go over to Yvonne's show then. Throw strawberries in the chat. We'll see what she's up to today. She does say she has crafts. Oh, she's doing stamps today. It looks like craft stamps today. She always has a good mix of everything. So everybody, strawberries in the chat. Say hi to Yvonne for me, and I will see you later on today. Happy 4th of July. Thanks for sewing with me. Stitching with me. Slow stitching.